What's going on, everybody? Here we are again to talk some more fights and have a little bit more fun. Sorry, it's been a couple months since I've uploaded anything, but believe me, I have been working very hard. I'm about 25 kilos down from my very first video. Pretty impressed with that. Still got a long way to go, and we still have fights coming up later on this year. And yeah, I'll fill you all in about that when that happens. But today we're here to talk about Logan Paul and KSI. KSI versus Logan Paul. Got to get that right. Can't call the wrong name first, otherwise that could cause some drama. But anyway, before we get to that, let's just discuss a little bit about what's been going on in the boxing world in July. Man, haven't we seen some cracker fights already? For me, it was great to see Manny Pacquiao, number one, return to victory again. And I guess it looked like he was reliving some of his younger days. His speed and his movement was incredible. Just there to get a win, and it was great to see him back in the winner's circle. It's always good to see the legends of the sport or the guys who we sort of grew up watching. It's always great to see them do well, and especially at the latter part of their career. Then, obviously, yesterday Sunday, we had two big fights in Dillian Whyte and Joseph Parker, and we had Garcia and Easter on. My goodness, first of all, great heavyweight fight with Parker and Whyte just bashing each other. Well, Whyte really bashing Parker for a good part of that fight, and then Parker coming back after being dropped, coming back up in the 12th round and almost finishing the fight in the 12th round. I mean, there's always that debate, had there been 30 seconds left in the fight? Reality is, there isn't 30 seconds left in the fight. Dillian Whyte just imposed his will throughout the fight, and my goodness, you know, as a Parker fan, man, much respect to Whyte. He did very well to weather the speed and the agility of Parker. He shut that down very well, and you know, very impressed with the body shots that he was throwing. It's crazy. And then to the afternoon, sorry, because in Australia here, that was in the morning, that Parker fight and the Whyte, and then in the afternoon we had Garcia and Easter. And like I said, how can you not like Garcia? He's an incredible fighter, unification fight, gets all the belts. What more could you want, you know? Just such a good couple of weeks in boxing. So yeah, but anyway, let's get to this KSI and Logan Paul thing. So yesterday I actually watched the Gloves Off interview that they had, and KSI looks very confident. Well, at least he appears to be confident, and why wouldn't you be? He's training at what I would consider the best gym in the world. You got the Mayweather gym, you got the great trainers there, great sparring partners there and all. But the thing is, I did also look at his sparring partner in Jack. Now, Jack is a professional, so obviously Jack's not going to come at you like he would if he was going to come at someone with a little bit more experience than KSI. So it's great that he's sparring those professionals, but I would have liked to see him more spar someone on their level to get a better grasp of how he's going to move around someone like Logan Paul, because he's definitely not on Odu Jack's level, because that guy's a freak. But, you know, nonetheless, he's getting good sparring, and you can always learn more of those guys that are way better than you, because there's different levels to the sport of boxing. It's incredible, the difference of the levels in it. And then we have Logan Paul on the other hand, who seems to be just training well. You know, he's sparring, the guy who he sparred was a bit heavier than him, and was very impressed with his 20 seconds that we got to see on the internet of his sparring. Like I said, they could be showing just clips of their sparring, so we're not sure how they really move until the night, but he looked like he could handle himself pretty well. But when I look at KSI, you know, his boxing skill obviously is going to be right up there. He's been trained by the best. I've said that already, but they are the best. His awareness, and I'm sure his angling is going to be great. He looks very athletic, looks very fit. So he's got reason to believe himself that he's going to go really well. For me, he's got to really box this fight out really well, and he might end up with the finish, or might end up with the stoppage, but I think he's got to be the better boxer on the night, more so than come out and try to go for the stoppage. Stoppages might not always present itself, that's the other thing, but I do believe for him, he's got to come out and be really boxing focused. Reasoning behind I say that is because I had a little look into Logan Paul, and just comparing martial arts now. Sorry. Just comparing martial arts and comparing who's been probably more competitive in the martial art world. Now, funny thing about Logan Paul about Logan is that he's done a lot of wrestling in his younger days. Came through and went to college for wrestling. What some people don't realise is that wrestling actually does play a very big part in boxing. Not like I mean, obviously your punches are the main thing, but being able to impose your will on the other fighter. So, for instance, I'll refer back to the White and Parker fight here now. What White did a lot of the fight was leaning on Parker, pushing him against the ropes, holding him back, throwing those body shots. In the clinch, you know, turning your opponent in the clinch. All those things wear out a lot of energy on your opponent. Dirty boxing on the inside, bang, you're clinching, letting go, bang, coming through with your uppercuts. Wrestling does, like actual wrestling, I mean, they don't call it wrestling, but the clinch and all that, you're trying to battle for position, it all plays a big part in boxing, especially in the pros where they can go for rounds and end, because that zaps your energy like there's no tomorrow when you have someone leaning on you. So I believe Logan is going to come out, in my thinking, and I think he's just going to come out and he's going to try to sit on his chest. It'd be the smart thing to do, because if he's a wrestler, he'll already have that base, and he'll have that strength to grapple and move around and move him where different parts of the ring he wants him to, and you know, and I believe that he will come out and he'll take center ring and he'll try to drive straight down the middle. If it turns out like a boxing match, I would favour KSI because he's already had that victory against Joe Weller, who himself wasn't exactly a great boxer, but he still has stood there and traded hands before. But I sort of saw something in the face of Paul when he was, you know, all the antics were going on, and then KSI says, "Oh, you haven't looked me in the eyes this whole time, looking around the room." And he said, "Look, you know what, man?" Logan said, "I'm really sick and tired of this. I just want to get the fight." And, you know, and he's like, "Oh, I think you're scared." KSI said, "I think you're scared." You know, but when I looked at Logan Paul's face, he didn't look scared at all. He looked like a guy whose competitive switch had been clicked on in his head, and he's ready to rumble. So I'm going to make a brave call here. I'm going to say I think he's going to walk down to KSI and I think he's going to win. I think he's going to win. If he goes to the body enough, I think he's going to win. I'm going to have to say I'm going to favour Logan Paul in this, just based on the fact that he's done years of competitive, years now, not months, not weeks, not 6-week training camps. And I'm not taking anything away from KSI. He's training great. He's an athlete. The guy's an athlete. You can't deny that. But he's done years and he's grown up on the wrestling background. So I think his mentality might even be a bit stronger when it comes to the tougher times, because I tell you what, mate, those wrestlers, they're strong, especially up here. They know how to keep grinding through. So that's my final call. And like I said at the end of every video, hopefully everyone else is out there while these guys are kicking their goals, and you know, they'll be fighting and making their money. Hopefully everyone else is making their money and getting successful at whatever you guys got on for the year of 2018. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep updating more often, updated with my journey and with my sparring and everything that's going on.